Hi, and welcome to Death in Cambodia, Life in America, a podcast where I interview my father, Robert Chow, one of the first survivors of the 1970s Cambodian genocide. He survived the killing fields, navigated through the jungles of Thailand, and escaped to America to build an empire in the donut industry. After about 40 years, I think it's about time he got a chance to share his story. I'm Dorothy, his daughter, and your host for today's episode. Let's dive in. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Death in Cambodia, Life in America. Last episode, we left off with Robert chasing down the greyhound, finally being able to be the last one on the bus after Mama said, hey, look, that's my son, and being able to finally get on that bus, or else he would have been left behind in the camp. He got on this bus and he had no idea where he's going, but he knows that these are nice buses. They're fancy. He's never seen anything like this before. And he's being taken off to somewhere. He has no idea.
Yeah, I was no idea, and then but it was exciting. With the bus that we never, you cannot imagine that, they got TV, AC, and all that. And, in Thailand, especially it's in Asia country, and that month, it's a little bit outside. It's pretty humid and hot. So, yeah.
So it was summertime around this time?
I believe it's probably April, somewhere March, April.
Mhm.
I cannot remember exact month,
Right.
but it just somewhere around that time. So it was very comfortable. I mean, of course, you never feel AC, before. It's just nice, fresh, and TV, and yep.
Because you never grew up with AC.
No. Well,
maybe long
not
time.
not really. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, so I think, I was the last person that, step on that number 11 or number 12 bus. And so they took off and moved and along the street. And then I have no idea where they're taking us to. So, but it was beautiful along the highway. And they follow, the 12, 11, 12 bus, follow each other. So we kind of like talking from the first hour, and then about a couple hours later, I think they kind of like announcing. They said, "Hey, we are going to Bangkok." So we go to Bangkok's American camp. American camp. I said, "Oh, wow, American. Where's America?" So
Right.
I have no idea.
On the bus, what were other people saying? They're probably whispering about, man,
Wow,
where are
they
we going?
exciting. They happy. Now, since we got clear message that we are out of the dangerous zone now, we go to America camp. American, we have no idea where American, but at least we know this is the beginning of my life. So,
Did you feel at any sense of fear on that bus? Just for example, remember when you got to Thailand, you thought that was going to be your escape, but actually they put you in jail, and there was a lot of stuff that happened at the Thai camps. Did you ever feel a sense of fear on that bus that things haven't been happening so well for you before? Maybe this is going to not be something good again?
No, I had no fear at all, because you know what? the worst thing that I went through and all of that. Yes, when we got to Thailand, they put us in jail and all of that in a camp. But I think I had some sin that this is gonna get better.
Mm-hmm.
Even I'm stay in Thailand. My expectation is not that high. It's just like you just got out from the Khmer rules and no food and killing and dying and sickness, and it's nothing that worse than that. Nothing. And then get on the beautiful bus and nice and all of that, and no fear at all. I'm saying in my gut, I said, this is the beginning of my life. This is gonna be the end of the tunnel, the dark tunnel. This is how I feel. I feel so happy, exciting, and smiling. Look at through the window of that bus. There's all you know green and see people, and sometimes we pass by the small little town and see people selling stuff and all of that stuff, and then all see all the clothes and new stuff, and it was exciting. Yeah, I couldn't forget that day that we uh, 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 that I was on that bus.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it. I knew this is gonna be good. This is
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Mama and Yaya probably felt the same way too.
I think Mama, yeah. I think he's they both were around 45 years old, 40 some years old, 50 years old.
Right.
I think they was a little bit worried about the children, what's the future gonna be, and all of that. But I think other than that, it was exciting.
So how long were you on that bus for?
I believe it was about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. Yeah. I'm not know exactly, but I believe that's about 3 to 4 hours from Nong Chan camp to Longpenny camp, American camps in Bangkok.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you got to Bangkok.
Yeah, after 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours, and then after the knew that said, hey, we're gonna arrive in Longpenny, American camp. So they telling us what we need to do, and after then, just go ahead and follow our direction. Not get off the bus and run all over the place because you might get lost, because this is a big city. Stay together with your family,
Mm-hmm.
and we will call your name, and then we're gonna go ahead and take you off from the bus one by one into the camp. So we got to Lumpany camp. Was I don't know about Bangkok, that much. That's the first time, but I believe it's in the city. It's not like outside of the city,
Mm-hmm.
because when we pull in, there's a lot of people, like just like in the middle of the city.
You were in
Not downtown, but I think it's in the city. Not I cannot say downtown or outside, but it's a lot of residents, a lot of businesses is around there. So it's a closed camp. It's they got wall around the camp, and the gate in the front is a big gate. So the first bus pull in, and then they unload the people, and then of course my bus is the last one. We saw a lot of the Thai people and stand around there, and try to sell stuff, all kinds of stuff, outside that gate, and
When you were
then
getting off the bus.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then finally, the callers, my name is still separate, I don't know. It's a child's, family and this and that, but I still didn't have my name, but I'm with the family.
Right.
So get off the bus, and then they said, "What's your name? It's not on the list." I said, "That's my family, my mom and dad here. The whole family is here. Uh, Somehow they must be missed the steak or something, And of course, because they know that you're a refugee,
Right.
they can help you. Red Cross just try to get as much as to save life, as many as they can.
Right. They're on your side.
They're not gonna say, "Oh, okay, now you have your name. You're gonna send back to camp or something
Right.
like that."
Right.
That's not gonna that. So they said, "Okay." Then they add my name, and that the last on that one get off the bus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they took us inside
the camp.
The camp.
Was it, when you say camp, is it just another dirt area?
No. This one here, it's just like, let's see, just like a military camp. How you see that? So like a military, they got gauge. It's a close gauge, this one here, around the camp.
Right.
And you cannot go in and out, only one big main gate that you can go in and out. And they have guard, because of course, they want to protect you, and that they don't want somebody outside, to
come in
and, I don't know, selling drug, because they sell everything,
or mess up the whole
system.
Yeah.
After everybody got in the camp, so they pull everybody into one of the they have building too inside the camp,
mm-hmm.
and then they got place to like cooking, too, to feed all these refugees.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many people, but it's quite a bit. It's pretty crowded.
Were there people already there when you got there?
Yes. Yeah, people was already there. I mean,
Cambodian refugees.
That's a good question. I believe they not just Cambodian.
Mm.
I believe it's Vietnamese, all refugee. I believe Southeast Asia, Laos. I believe there's a lot of Vietnamese in that camp.
So I believe, because at that time, the Vietnamese also had a lot of issues in their country going on.
And a lot of refugees
from all of Southeast Asia.
No. Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. It's only 3 countries that American lost the war.
Yeah.
To a communist party.
Right.
So
Thailand had nothing to do with it, really. So they seemed like they had their base camp for refugees in Bangkok, Thailand.
Yeah, because I believe at that time, now I understand more when I got to America. But at that time, I didn't know what's going on, But I believe Thailand was really, really working together with American, very close. I believe they probably have a camp, a military base in Thailand. I'm not sure, or in Philippines. Yeah, and so they pulled us, had a meeting, where to stay. Here's your section here. You stay here, and all of that. They give us a direction, what to do, where to take the shower, because the shower is gonna be another open building. It's just like the high school. You go take just like a gym. So everybody, and female side, all the male side, you don't have a private, like, you just take all your clothes and take, just
Everyone see
open.
open.
Open,
Yeah.
Because it's so many people.
Hey, that's better than
Yeah. Oh my
That's-
God, that water is clear. We never see clear water like that. And then it's all the water that we drink in Cambodia. It was like mud.
So was that the first time that you had that kind of shower set up?
Yeah, it was Nong Chan camp. I mean, you still have to carry water. It's a clear water. It's a city water, but
Right.
it's not gonna be like, yeah,
like
And-
a nozzle at the top coming down at you like a
right,
shower.
right.
Did you grow up with that kind of shower head?
I did because
Okay.
now and I was born
Wealthy.
wealthy.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
did grow up with that. So you
Yeah.
knew what that was. Mhm.
Yeah, and the bathroom, it's not the same as us here. Sit down, it's gonna be like
Squatting down.
squatting down,
Right.
all of that.
And then you put the water in it to flush it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So it was great. It's so now even exciting because I think, wow, this is great. I believe the people that stay there is not stay that long at all
Mhm.
because they just want to pull in, get the paper done, find a sponsor. Doesn't matter, don't know where, and they just ship you out to to America. Because I believe that Longpenny is belong to America camp.
Mhm.
So whoever that go into that camp, it's gonna
Going-
come to the United States. So they make sure you don't have a health problem. If you do have a health problem, it's probably gonna be delayed. Yeah, because they check, make sure. I mean, you don't have of course you do have help. Not that kind of make sure you don't bring a disease spread
out
disease
to the US.
to US.
Yeah, right. Like malaria or
Exactly.
something really, really deep
Yeah.
disease. Yeah.
And I think most of the people, they do have liver problem, because of the water, because of the condition that they went through.
Right.
No
No food, malnutrition. Yeah.
So they try to get all the information from each person and taking picture as the ID. That's what you saw the picture that
Mhm.
how number on the bottom there.
Right.
That's your ID.
Mhm.
That's your ID.
So, do any of your parents have that black and white photo of them basically looking like a prisoner holding a sign that has like a bunch of numbers at the bottom? This is what Robert is talking about. And as I'm referring to everybody, I'm talking about second generation Cambodian Americans who have parents who have survived the Khmer Rouge. I am specifically referring to parents or grandparents who have had their photo taken like this. This is what Robert is talking about. So that photo I knew about and I had seen when I was very, very young and really had no idea what that was, except that that was for registering Robert into America. But it's very interesting to kind of see like what that whole process was like. Also, since I'm here, I'll tell you guys a little secret. I actually have that translated and have a tattoo of that on my back, which I have never told my dad yet. So if you meet him ever, shh, it's a secret.
That's your ID that come to America.
To register you to come to America.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a group of pictures that I will be posting online of it was a group of 7, I believe, because when you look at the bottom of the photo, I noticed that every single one of you, it was like 1 out of 7, 2 out of 7, 3 out of 7. So you guys were all numbered in the group. I noticed that.
Yes.
And it seems like you were the last one. You were 7 out of 7. I noticed that. Were you
Right.
the last one to be registered?
I guess, I'm always the last one, and that's why it just is so sometimes you try to figure it out, for all of the year that I went through in Cambodia. I believe what I went through, it's sometimes you need luck, a lot of luck, not because of uh, your knowledge or your smart or your doesn't I can doesn't have to do with that at all. Oh, maybe I mean the way you react, the way you decide in that moment, it can be life and death. I didn't have any experience with all of these situations, but it just like you just react. I mean, whatever the situation that's in front of you, whatever you're gonna have to just decide.
I think even then, though, I mean, you talk about luck. Luck is seemed to be on your side this entire way. There were so many times, not just through your decisions, but for example, hanging out under the tree and then seeing your uncle pass by that happened to know mama,
Right.
that brought you the medication, or at that camp when you were just happened to be next to another uncle who had the pig food and the sugar, who was able to give it to you, that
My friend and gave me the medicine and all that.
right.
And then, but it's all risk your life to get it, but it
True.
just went smooth. It's still, I think, it's luck.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or even when you were you went to that warehouse full of rice and you happened to not grab any of it, and you
Didn't get anything.
crawled your way back towards
Almost
the
got
Vietnamese,
killed.
and you almost got killed. If you would have stayed in that, or you would have hid in that warehouse, you would have been gone. So it's just very, very interesting that
and that is the last person that got out the that
warehouse.
That warehouse,
right.
because try to get that rice and then end up with just like, better go.
Yeah.
See, it just, yeah.
It must make you feel then that like all the people who didn't get that kind of luck.
But another thing too, from my childhood up until now, I never give up. In my mind, I just never give up at even all of these things here, and I just try to find a way. Just like I said, the wall blocked in front of me. Should I continue? I just, do I turn left or turn right? Then I just use my gut. I said, okay, let's turn right. But if you turn right, if it's the landmine, well, it's too bad. But I never give up. Just never give up at all. I just, my mind, you just continue always prepare. Always prepare. What happened if these things happen? What happened? But even that, sometimes it just, you don't know. You try to prepare as much as you can, but a lot of people got killed. A lot of people got caught, and it just me, the luck is just really on my side.
The whole family.
The whole family.
Hello, everybody. So, as you guys have probably already started to figure out, if you guys had followed along the story to this point, first of all, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you guys have really gotten some value out of Robert's story so far. But we are closing the chapter slowly but surely to the Cambodia portion, and we will be heading towards America very soon. This camp that Robert's in, Longpenny, is a camp that is specifically meant for people who are just there to stay for a little while before they transfer over to America to start their new lives. So, next episode will be what I would consider our season finale. And it'll be when Robert steps onto the plane for the first time ever and flies across the country to America. And I'm so, so, so excited for season 2 to commence. I'm probably going to be taking a 3-week break, 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not quite sure yet, to catch up on episodes and prepare for the following season. But if you guys had any questions or any feedback, always feel free to DM me. I'm going to be active on social media, etc., etc. But yeah, just wanted to say thank you. We are almost to America.